The most important media outlet in the country right now.
Welcome to the Watering Hole. This is episode 105.
Yep.
And we're in the room. And this is the last time that Chris is going to be...
I'm not quitting.
No,
I'm
no,
not
no.
sleeping. I'm not leaving.
This is the last time that
he will
Chris
be
is
here.
going to be here. He has no idea it's coming, but you're off the pod.
You're fired.
Good luck.
This is the last time, you know.
Last time where
not
I'm-
having a little tacker around.
Where I'm
you.
not going to be a dad.
A
Yeah.
daddy.
Yeah, all going well. Probably this will come out first, but
Yeah.
No?
How you feeling about it?
I'm going to be an uncle.
Yeah, you are. And I'm going to be
another uncle,
a friend.
Funkle.
Funkle.
Creepy uncle,
Yeah.
friend, Ben.
Creepy Whitehorn.
No?
You looking forward to it?
Yeah,
Yeah?
yeah, can't wait. I'm not even really nervous.
No, you're an idiot.
I can't remember if I was nervous or not.
Oh.
I mean, I didn't really have to do anything.
I don't think you're nervous until it actually happens, and then you start really.
Yeah.
Until it's actually in front of you.
And the first,
Then reality
first
hits.
about 48 hours is.
Did you cry when you saw him?
Oh yeah,
I bawled my
I
eyes
cried
out.
because he looked nothing like me.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Who's this
I
guy?
mean, to be honest, I hope mine kind of looks nothing like me.
Well, I cried because I thought legitimately it could have been the mailman's kid. You know, I knew it. Everyone else knew
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
I'm having a daughter, and I don't know. Like, you know what I mean?
That didn't
Like,
sound good.
No, you know what I mean? Like a female version of this.
Yeah.
I'm sure she'll be lovely.
Yeah.
Oh, congrats!
Exciting
before we
times.
get started,
She'll be my princess.
before we get started, congrats, Chris.
Thank
yeah.
you.
Well done.
So 105 episodes of the Watering Hole podcast, and that's
We're
how long it
deep.
took you to become a dad.
Yep.
Well,
Well,
it's Live Week.
it is. It
Say it. Go on.
feels like a while. I say it every time, but it really does.
It really
It
does.
really
Guy.
does. Yeah, it does.
105 episodes we've talked to each other about
About live
Nonsense.
golf. Yeah.
and a little bit about Live Golf.
Well,
and
we're-
we've
but
talked to other people in there as well.
But we're back.
mm-hmm.
Let's go through it quickly. Thank you, Pete, for the
Oh,
introduction.
yeah, thank you, Mr. Premier.
We've obviously got to say thank you to Big Swing Golf Mile End.
The one and only.
We've got to get down and maybe
Can I
have a
tell
chat.
can I tell you a funny story about the Premier?
Yeah, sure. What
When
do you
Right.
When
chatting
we
regularly?
did the... So, you know that we've been pretty tight-lipped on the name of the baby. Like, we haven't even sort of given anyone any...
Is
Yeah.
it Peter with an A?
No, it's not.
It's a Malinowskis.
But,
It can be now. Whitey can
Yeah,
say
now
it.
I
It's
can say
practiced.
so, Lara is a fan of Peter Malinowskis.
Mhm.
She's going to hate me for outing her there.
Mm.
So she came to assist me the day that I sat down with him.
Yeah.
And he actually goes, "Oh, have you got a name picked out?"
Mm.
And looked at Lara when he asked that question, and she goes, "Yeah, we do, but we're just keeping that under wraps." And I'm like, "If you're not even going to tell him, I know that you're never going to tell anyone."
Yeah.
That's right.
It's like not even the Premier could get the name.
Did he pressure her? Like, come on. Give
I think if he twisted her arm a little bit, she would have
yeah.
caved.
Bit of pressure. Should let her slip.
Like I
but-
said, he's a.
Probably would have been bad look if
He's
he's
an-
twisting a pregnant woman's arm. But, you know.
It's probably an
So the
election.
Premier
killer.
probably didn't want to do that. Yes. So, Peter, thank you again for the
Yes.
intro. Big Swing Golf Mile End, like we were saying before I was rudely interrupted, Chris.
Rudely.
Sorry.
We would probably need to get down and speak to
Mm.
Ben.
Yes.
Got to get down there and have a few more
Swing.
hits, especially with this weather in Adelaide. It's crazy. Storms everywhere. Flooding.
Couldn't
So
even.
they
Get,
say.
I couldn't even get here tonight.
Couldn't even get here.
The roads were closed. I had to turn back around.
He had
go
to
other
take
way.
the kayak off his roof and
Start paddling.
start a
Oh,
paddling.
mama coming.
But the last one we have to say thank you to is Pirate Life. Now, the Pirate Life hot crack. You know,
Tip of the crack.
We've partnered with Pirate Life, and we're bringing you the hot crack from Pirate Life.
Yes.
Now, if you're watching this on YouTube, please do.
Santa Chris had a delivery.
Santa Chris. Oh, Jesus.
Father Christmas.
A beautiful delivery from Santa Chris
Yeah.
and Pirate Life, but more importantly, Pirate
Where is
Life.
Pirate Life?
We got some new threads on.
Yeah.
So my tip of the crack is going to Pirate Life.
The beautiful people at Pirate Life.
But-
And specifically,
yes.
Oren, Stefan, Ali,
Oh,
and the rest of the crew.
how good!
pirate
Look at this. The hat
Looks like we've been slapped in the
This
face
is-
by a beautiful beer.
by South Coast.
Yeah.
You got the shark hoodie.
I'm
on
actually wearing something that's brand new for winter, so head onto the website.
I'm a big fan of turquoise.
there. Yeah,
It gets me going.
You're a green guy, so
Yeah, yeah. I love
that
it.
looks nice. We
Thank
all got
you.
the Pirate Life hats on, looking crisp. But thank you again for the stuff. I
Yeah,
enjoy
yeah.
the stuff.
It comes in a box. We open it up, have a look in there.
Yeah, this little guy here. Ready?
Ball
we
marker.
had an idea. Obviously, they sell little pins, right? They sell pins. And we thought, why not? We could use them as ball markers. Look at that little Pirate Life can. How good's that?
Except
you
we can't both use them
We
on the
can't,
course because
no,
then it'll be
three of us,
confusing.
What about when we're doing an Ambrose dipshit?
Okay. Wow. Jump down my throat, why don't you?
Where were we on that one, dipshit?
So anyway, well, let's get back to
Regular
the
program.
hot crack.
Oh, yes. All right. Teeing off, hot crack.
You fell asleep with a wheel there. Hot crack.
Hot crack.
Mm.
Oh, a bit of lag on that.
Oh, thank you, Pirate Life.
Delicious. All right.
I love South Coast.
Very minimal golf from all of us. I played. It's not even worth talking about.
Nah,
Yeah.
it's too wet.
We didn't play in the comp because you had family duties.
Yeah.
You were played on Friday.
I played 9 holes, brought the wife and the son.
Yep.
He loved it. He brought his little plastic putter. He was playing on the green. Fantastic.
Just quick one before. This is the only sort of thing we're going to talk about of our golf because you didn't play either, Chris.
No, too wet.
Nothing out of the ordinary
Yeah.
there. What
Wow.
What age do you think is the age that kids should get into golf? Or like if for your kid, if you want to try and get him or her into golf, what age is too early?
I don't think there is too early.
You don't reckon? No,
No.
I'm talking lessons.
Like out on the.
Like as into, because surely, this is the thing I was saying to Whitey, it's a game that you don't want them, like anything, you don't want to push kids into, like, to do something that you're,
Well, a 1-year-old can't have lessons, right? You can't even tell
No.
a 1-year-old what to do.
Yeah.
oh, you can. Try.
They need to be able to take instruction and,
Yeah.
and
What I-
apply it.
What I mean by it is that you don't want it to become boring because they'll lose interest. So
Yeah.
at what point do you think that golf would be, what age do you think it's a good time to start lessons for kids?
There may be no blanket answer for this. It might just depend on the individual.
Just give me a number. What do you reckon? Okay, so for Brooks, your nephew,
Yeah.
what?
Well, he's showing some skills already.
Lefty?
Yeah,
Mm.
lefty. It's really not your kid, is he?
I feel like he's got like a real Bubba Watson cut going. You know?
Smack it around.
what,
I actually
What's
noticed.
he now? Like 19 months? 18 months?
I thought you were about to say
19
19 handicap.
yeah.
I noticed that Austin's hitting his club with his left hand as well, so he might be left-handed.
Bubba and Phil.
Yeah, look out.
Bubba and Phil. What do you reckon? I reckon, I was
3?
saying to Whitey, maybe get him out for 6 holes on a comp Saturday where he can just fill in for me. No. He can just sit in the cart with me. He drives around, doesn't get too bored. You know, he gets picked up, taken home, he gets to think about it for the
Beers.
rest of the day.
Yeah,
You know, morning port. You know what I mean? That kind of thing.
yeah.
And then as he gets a bit older, maybe introduce him, get him to come out 9 holes, you know, caddy for me, you know. Oh, this is what I
So what are
do
you
here.
thinking? What's the age? What's the number?
I reckon 5
You should
for
really.
very short lessons.
How old have all the prodigies been? Like, how old was McIlroy?
No, that would have been.
They
I'm
would
sure
have
they
been
would've
doing it
started-
from a
very early, 4
very
or 5.
early
so-
age.
Go early.
But also,
Mm.
you just ask a golf coach, how young are the kids coming through?
What do they know? No, I'm
Yeah.
joking. I'm joking.
But, yeah.
no, just an interesting little point of discussion there. All right, let's go straight into live.
Yeah.
We're back. I feel like, Whitey, I feel like it's been a long time.
Yeah, they've
Mind
really
you-
this middle part of the season's been really spaced out.
Well, it's because of all the majors, I suppose, but also
True.
the probably the time difference is what's killed us a bit. Because it's every time we have to watch it, when it's in the States, it's
Yeah.
early in the morning.
Before we get to Dallas, so we are at Dallas Maridoe this week,
Mm-hmm.
So you're about to say we're at Dallas Mavericks.
the Jules. You wanna talk
Yes.
about the Jules?
Yes.
Have you guys watched it yet?
It came out this morning. I
Yes.
have got halfway through it.
I watched it earlier today.
Pardon me.
Thoughts, feelings, emotions?
I think it's probably the best creator pro kind of collab that's ever been made.
I think the things that they needed to fix from the last one,
Yeah,
have been fixed.
They definitely heard the public's opinion on it, and yeah.
Out of interest, do we know the length of the first Jules versus the length and video of the second Jules? So I think this one was about 2.5 hours, wasn't it?
Yeah, 2.5.
This was on Brian Bro's channel, wasn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
2.5 hours. I can't remember what the first one was.
I think it was about that.
The first one,
I
I
feel
feel
it
it
was
was,
shorter.
I
Maybe
thought it was
2 hours.
longer.
I thought it was about 2 hours.
Let's have a look.
Either way.
You talk. Give us your thoughts, Whitey, while I do that.
Well,
that's gonna
they
be
took in
my
all
point.
the criticisms and applied them. So it was definitely more of a YouTube video. They had everyone playing the same hole at the same time. You heard all the banter and stuff. It wasn't so much a pro golf broadcast. They ticked a lot of boxes, and it was just
Do you
good fun.
want to give us the lineups? Who played?
So it was Wesley Bryan and John Rahm.
What a team.
That's a deadly team. Garcia and George Bryan.
Fat Perez and Henrik Stenson?
Yes.
So, sorry.
Go ahead.
First video was 1:40.
Oh, is that all?
Yep.
Wow.
And the second one was 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
So, we'll come back to my point.
Yeah. Grant Phil and who did I miss? Bubba and Luke Kwan.
Now, we talked about it a bit at the time, or the week after maybe. Do you like the lag from the actual event to the video being released?
Yeah, because I don't think it really matters.
It didn't matter. Yeah, because it's just I think that's where they kind of got it right. It doesn't need to be a live product. It's it's filmed and then it's
I think it
delivered.
It speaks to what these guys do, the content creators, what they do for a living, right? Like they record a video, make sure it's perfect, then release it.
Yeah.
I think they kind of maybe put themselves under unnecessary pressure by like trying to get it out straight away.
And it kind of looked like, and credit to LIV, they really took a step back and let the Brian Bros and their producers produce it. You know, take the reins and do it the way they do it because
there was no pylon either, was there?
No.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
No, it was just their YouTube video, and I think that works the best because it tells the story better.
I think, so for me, like I was saying, the difference was I think that they needed to lean heavier into not caring if the video went 2.5, 3 hours, whatever it is. And yeah, we could tell because the first one they had, 8 groups?
6.
8 pairings. No, wasn't it 8 pairings?
No, it was because
The first video?
the first video, because the only pairing they were missing was Rick and Neiman, so it was 6.
No, I'm saying in the first video where there were 8 pairs, weren't there?
No.
No?
I think there was 6.
You're just thinking of different players because Cam Smith played with Fat Perez last time.
Yeah.
And Henrik Stenson
Anyway.
played this time.
So that's 7.
They had 2 groups of 3.
Someone else didn't miss out? So it was Neiman and Rick.
Yeah, Neiman, Rick, and DJ was with Wesley.
Okay. So, yeah, well, because they had obviously another group, I suppose. I thought it was another 2. You had another pairing. You had the 2 groups going.
Yeah.
And obviously it was a bit hard to sort of follow that way. This was obviously a lot easier to follow, and they took their time with it. The video was longer, but it didn't feel like it was longer in a way. Like it felt because it was interesting to watch.
Yeah.
In saying that, I think there is one more improvement that they could make.
Sure.
And not have it be 9 holes. I think they could actually have it being 5 or 6 holes. And
You reckon?
The reason I say that is because what I would love to see more of, and we've discussed this as well about YouTube videos, is the back end stuff that you don't see.
Yeah.
And that's where I think
The Bob Does Sports kind of stuff.
would
Yeah.
bring LIV in. I guess it's probably hard because the pros are kind of, separate to the creators
Yeah.
until they get on the course. But it would be cool if for example, before, half an hour before, an hour before, you see a couple of the pros getting what they're doing as they're rocking up to the course, or in the change rooms getting changed, or starting to maybe just see, at these, like when they're getting to the event, is Tyrrell Hatton there and Caleb Surratt and McKibben there and, Rahm and these, anything to do with the sort of teams, and you had kind of like a bit of a getting to the course beforehand would be cool to see.
Right.
So then you could shorten the format, and then it probably helps the players not have to give up so much of their time either. But it's still interesting content to view. But I think in terms of the video, this one was so much better than the first one.
Yeah.
The first one, I mean, it's like anything. The first.
And the thing is, in the first one, they
a learning thing.
They took risks. They had a different vision and whatnot. Some say it worked, some say it may not have, but like I said, they definitely listened to the critics and what people want, and they just ran with it. And I think they've really done well.
Yeah, no, I enjoyed it. I won't give away who won until it's been out there for at least a week. But
a couple of little nuggets that were said in the video. The next Jules is going to be on Bryson DeChambeau's YouTube channel. And then the one
Dallas. That's this week,
Dallas.
right?
So that's this week. So they'll probably drop in a couple of weeks. And then the one after that is going to be on Phil's High Flyers. And apparently there's going to be some massive guest going to be playing or being a part of it. They couldn't say it then, but yeah.
Grant Norman?
Maybe. That'd be massive.
That'd be cool. I just, what I loved? And one of the Henrik Stenson.
Oh, yeah.
It was just cool to see someone different. And Henrik's cool. I mean, it's not like they're massively like the personalities are shining. Because, Henrik Stenson isn't Phil Mickelson.
No.
They're two different people.
Yeah.
But just even like being able to see like Henrik Stenson play in this kind of format with these guys, like it was cool. Like him and FP.
Bubba was talking a lot of shit at the start.
I guess because you start to see like and appreciate like different people's games, so you focus in on different things.
Yeah.
Like, it was cool to see Rahm, but we've seen Rahm in a few of these YouTube videos.
Yeah.
We've seen Bubba, we've seen Phil, obviously. But it was cool to see Henrik Stenson in this kind of format. Phil is so made for it. I know we've said it before. He's so entertaining.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's so entertaining.
Well, a little bit of the video of Grant and Phil in the cart talking and stuff, and he's asking, so are you a YouTube golfer now and stuff? And he's kind of teasing the fact that he's might be transitioning into that. I see him in the future when he retires, whenever that may be, will be a full-time YouTube golf, I think.
Yeah, well, he's definitely got the personality for it.
Yeah.
And it fits. And he, like I said, he's interesting to watch. He's interesting to listen to. He's funny as hell.
Yeah.
Like, just he doesn't stop talking, and everyone's telling him to shut up. And
the perfect amount of shit talk where it's super subtle, like Sam from Lab Putters was talking about. Like, he's just very subtle with his shit talk, but it jabs you. It's great.
So yeah, massive. Big success. I reckon the numbers will be interesting to see how it goes up against Grant's channel, like number wise. But and obviously being the second one, if people were turned off from the first one, and
I think that's going to be interesting as well. The fact they've got two more coming through. Is it oversaturated doing that many? I mean, I hope they do kind of mix up the teams and see some different people and stuff to keep it fresh.
Yeah.
And it's not just the same teams every time, just competing in a different location. But obviously, with Bryce, it's going to be on Bryson's channel. He's going to be in it. So who's he playing with?
Yeah.
So
there's going to be one at JCB, isn't there?
Yeah.
So Rick will play that one.
Yeah.
I did miss Rick.
Rick and Poltz.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
That'd be good.
That'd be good.
I reckon Rick's team Neiman though.
Yeah, I think they got a good chemistry.
Team and Neiman.
Yep.
So Dallas.
Yeah.
We're back. So
yeah.
Now,
The location of last year's team championship.
Yep.
So Ripper got it done last time we were in Dallas. A few little talking points about the course. It's long. Two of the par fives are over 600 yards, including number 2, which is 655 yards, which is LIV Golf's, or one of LIV Golf's longest holes this season.
Jeez, would that be just under or just over 600 meters?
just over.
Just over, maybe. It looks like it did like 6-0 something.
Wow.
That'd be huge.
6th hole, par 4, 337. Should be drivable every day, they reckon.
Nice.
So they're saying sort of the skill set you're going to need this week. Strokes gained off the tee, driving accuracy, greens in reg. The rough, again, is pretty penalising. So fairways hit's going to be important, and putting. With the par 5s being so long, putting's going to be crucial. So I thought, let's have a look at some of the stats of the players this year and where they sit in those categories.
Give them to me.
Fairways hit percentage-wise.
Let's see if we can guess. I can't see your screen.
See if you can guess who is currently number 1 in percentage of fairways hit on LIV Golf. I bet you won't get it.
Yeah, is it super obscure? Can you give us a hint?
Phil.
No.
Oh,
You have a guess.
I have no
And
idea.
then just tell us.
Phil's not even in the top 10.
Give me a guess.
Dean Burmester.
Henrik Stenson.
Really?
Number 1 for fairways hit in LIV Golf.
Nice.
72.32%.
Yep.
He's hit 243 out of 336 fairways. Munoz and Gooch are the top 3 for fairways hit. Greens in reg. See if you can tell me who's top of greens in reg.
McKibben.
No.
Rahm?
Yep. Yeah. 75%, 324 from 432 greens in reg.
You're an analyst.
And
Analyst.
and the other one is putting average, which is going to be crucial this week. I don't think you get it, but see if you know who is top of putting average.
Carlos Ortiz.
No. Not even close.
That's insulting to him.
No, I said you're not even close.
That's insulting.
Lucas Herbert.
Lucas Herbert is tied 3rd
Not bad.
Hey.
with Cam Smith,
Yeah.
but top in putting average is Caleb Surratt.
Really?
Yeah, green in reg putts 667, averages 1.54 putts per hole.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Kid's an animal.
Sometimes he gets like streaky hot. But
Yeah.
I wouldn't
Yeah.
have thought it would have been that consistent. Because sometimes he can have a bit of a. Well, I suppose that's more around before he gets to.
So if you're going off those stats, I think probably another one to look at is scrambling, because with rough,
Yeah.
it's going to penalise you. Your ability to get up and down is going to be important. So see if you can guess who is topping the league in scrambling.
Bryson?
Yeah.
I'm all over the analysts.
Yeah, you've cheated.
So for par or better, Bryson DeChambeau is 84 from 123. So his scrambling percentage is 68.29,
Yeah, right.
which makes you think in Texas, in Bryson's hometown, long course, scrambling's important.
Yeah.
Does it lean towards is
that
this
your-
weighted towards Bryson DeChambeau? If you're looking at stats.
Is that your tip?
Well, I just thought I wanted to go a little bit more in depth.
I
with
like it.
How we analyse this week.
Yeah.
So for me, I'm going to go straight to my tip.
Yeah.
Okay.
Looking on those numbers, I am going to go with Bryson, just purely on the stats and the course setup.
Prior to and still, I'm going to go Rahm.
Mm.
I like Rahm, but I feel like he's got a win
Well,
coming
Rahm,
his way.
yeah, Rahm is up there for greens in reg. So
I'm going to go Rahm.
I feel like me and you always tip the same people.
now, teams Ripper got it done last year in the team championship.
I'm picking mine straight up. You want to know who it is?
Ironheads?
Ironheads, baby. I'm going on the Ironheads.
Yeah.
What I should have mentioned as well is Munoz had the lowest round of any player at the team championship here last year.
Interesting.
Shot an 8 under 64.
Who did?
Sebastian Munoz.
Yeah, right.
Now, also, if you look at the stats, he is second for fairways hit. So, definitely a smoky, Sebastian Munoz.
Be handy on your fantasy
With that,
team.
that being said, I'm going to go with Torquay. I'm really going by the numbers.
I was leaning towards Torquay as well.
No, I'm joking.
That's so. Yeah, lock it in.
Torquay.
Yeah.
I'm going Ironheads just because I want to see their logo on our tips.
Yeah.
Up the Ironheads.
I decided to go a little bit more in depth. I wanted to analyse things.
I like that.
Oh,
I
fuck
like
it. If Ironheads win, surely they get two points. for
No,
that.
no, you got enough.
Give me odds.
No, you
No.
don't get odds on tips.
Oh,
Yeah.
You're a joke.
It's
This
just a
whole
tip.
thing's a
It's
joke.
just a tip, man.
You wait till I tell Danny Lee.
Danny Lee just want to talk to you.
Yeah, well, I'm excited to have Liv back because we haven't seen it for a little while.
Now, it's in the States. Is it bad for us again?
It's on the West Coast. It's
Yeah.
not going to be great.
It's not going to be good.
Like, what are we talking? Like,
But
1 o'clock?
I'll
or
have a
3
newborn,
o'clock?
so I'll be awake anyway.
Welcome to the.
Welcome to the club.
Yeah. Oof.
Are we going straight into fantasy?
Yeah, let's do it. We're gonna keep this short tonight.
Yeah.
So fantasy. So as we can tell from the screen up there, it was the Pigots that won last time.
Up the Pigots.
It's
It feels like ages ago, though.
Virginia. So I'll take you
Virginia.
through the overall. So in third place, Bounce GC with 263 points overall. In second place, Junkyard Pigs with 463 points.
Hey.
And in first place, by 1 point on 464 points, Green Machine
Yeah.
GC.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Trade talk.
okay. You got
Yeah.
something?
Oh, well, just come at me.
I got nothing.
When do we do Super Sixes?
Yeah, when does that happen?
Well, we're in the back end of the season, so
Backhand.
you're disgusting.
Yeah, we'll think about that.
Well, hang on. Where are we?
No, you can't.
You can't do it yet, and we can't just do it on the fly.
We can do whatever we want.
Don't be ridiculous.
Surely every one of your team's up for grabs.
Oh, I'll listen to any offer.
I'm willing to give up a second rounder.
For what?
That's not bad.
Well, you throw me a freaking.
Do I
bone
still have
here.
a second rounder?
Yeah,
I have no idea. You're all over the shop.
you got everything. You just don't have your first rounder.
Yeah. What do you
Idiot.
think? DJ for a second rounder?
Nah.
You're a joke.
Nah.
Take it back.
What's my team, Steve?
All right, I'll read out the team. So Brooks Koepka is your captain. Cam Smith, Pat Reed, Dean Burmester. On the bench, you got Bubba Watson.
Pat
and
Reed's a
DJ.
Texas native too.
Yeah, I did think about Pat Reed. Not in a trade, I just thought about him. Thought he was a good guy.
I think about Pat Reed a lot.
I think about that ace.
Green Machine. John Rahm is the captain. Bryson DeChambeau, David Budge, Carlos Ortiz, Abe Answer, and Taylor Gooch on the bench.
Who's on my bench?
Bubba Watson and
DJ.
there we go.
And the Junkyard Pigs are Waco Neiman, captain. Tyrrell Hatton, Lucas Herbert, Seb Munoz.
Mm-hmm.
And on the bench is Oosthuizen and Garcia.
See, on paper, that shouldn't be a good squad.
What do you mean?
It's just not as sexy as the other ones.
Are you talking about the Junkyard Pigs?
Yeah.
They're literally 200 points ahead of you.
Yeah, I know, but just on
Literally 200
but
points
on
out of you.
paper,
Okay, so which...
the names in my squad.
But this
Yeah,
is
yeah, yeah.
don't prove Whitey's point. You're proving Whitey's point.
And so what
You're all about
players
the
what
names.
players on my team in particular aren't sexy to you?
Yeah, don't tell me that Sergio
Lucas
Garcia,
Her- Lucas
Garcia
Herbert?
is-
No, don't-
isn't sexy.
Sebastian Munoz.
Don't try and turn this into like me.
Sergio?
No, I'm not having a personal attack at
I
anyone.
feel like it is.
Yeah, don't tell me Sergio isn't sexy. Then.
He's a very sexy man. Have you
I
seen
wasn't-
his calves?
This is not a go at anyone's individual sexiness. It's the Junkyard Pigs as a collective, as a unit.
Yeah, you're clutching at
You're a
straws.
unit.
mate.
There's just the sexiness isn't there.
I've got Neiman as my
Say sexy
captain.
more.
You got Neiman. He's won 4 times this season.
He's the sexiest.
yeah.
You
He's,
can't get more sexy than Neiman.
Yeah,
Get the
you-
fuck out of here.
you literally can't get more sexy than Neiman.
I think you can.
I don't know about that.
Who?
Bryson in the white crew neck.
That's a sexy man. Freaking my wife saw a price and like, are all golfers that?
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
yeah, rightio. Chill out, lady.
Yeah, whatever. All right, Officer
You know what I
Leroy.
mean, though, don't you?
Come on, Officer Leroy. Give me one.
Officer Leroy.
Give me a trade or something.
Well, I just said you can have DJ for a second
Nah,
round.
that's shit. All right, so...
What about Bubba?
Nah, I don't want it. So, Virginia points. All right, so obviously you finished last with 3 points.
Thanks.
Obviously.
So you go. You make your first move.
You make me so mad.
You make me sick. And the second move will go to GM.
Like if this
Oh,
was my
Wait,
last podcast,
wait.
I would punch you right now.
GM of the century. I mean, Green Machine.
Shut up.
We'll make the second move.
Yeah.
And the third move will go to you. The JPs.
JP's.
Justice of the Peace.
Junk penises.
So can you tell me who's in your squad again?
Do you listen?
Not really.
John Rahm, DeChambeau, Pooge, Ortiz, Answer, Gayoch. Gooch.
Gayoch.
Okay, well that ruins that.
What ruins what? You wanted someone?
Yeah.
You didn't think he was on the
bench.
on the dynasty team?
Mm.
So I've got the first move, right?
You do.
As per.
Huge. What are you thinking, Morty? What's your move going to be? I'm interested to see what your move's
I
going to
don't think I'm going to move anything.
be. You're a moron.
Why?
You're a straight up flog.
Moron. You're a straight up moron. Why am I a moron?
Poor Adrian Moronco started strong.
Hey,
He's been dropped like
Yeah.
third period French.
he's been
And just-
the most disrespected player in this
Yeah,
fantasy
especially
league.
by the junkyard
How?
pigs.
He gets him, drops him, gets him, drops him.
I got him once and dropped him. What's the
Oh,
big
you
deal?
did too. He's done that 4 times.
That was last year.
That was last year. Get your head out of your ass.
Yeah, you get your head out of your ass, man.
Hot crack.
Yeah, hot crack, dude.
I'm
Let's just have a look at this for a
I'm
second.
gonna
though.
fuck you up. Eh?
Look at this. Neiman. T33 won. So T33, then he won. T12, then he won again. T33, then he won. T20, then he won again.
So he's not going to win this week then.
Can you just
Technically, no.
drag it down a little bit just so I can see Sergio,
But then have a,
Herbert, and Munoz?
have a look at this Ram. T2, 6,
Yeah.
6,
That is
5,
consistency.
9, 4, 7, 8.
That's nasty.
Gee, Sergio's had a real bad drop off, hasn't he, last 3
has,
weeks?
he has.
Munoz, not bad.
Yeah.
Ortiz, strong.
He's coming in hot, I feel like. I forgot Leachman's won this year.
Mm.
Anyway.
You going to make your move? Do we know if David
Yeah, I
Pooge
really-
is back in this week?
I really don't know what I'm going to do.
Hello?
Do we know if David Pooch is back?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. What we do know is that Ballester is in for the Fireballs now.
Yeah. Do I have to do a countdown? 30.
Countdown from 30.
Yeah.
I am going to
20.
drop Dustin Johnson.
And he was going to give it up for your second round.
Yep.
And who are you picking up?
Ben Campbell.
Ben Campbell.
BC for DJ.
Well,
Wellity. Cool. Got 2 goats on the bench there. And bad.
It's time for me to shake things up a little bit. Because I want to see what that does to your 2 plans now with DJ there available as a free agent.
I feel like you got some players that could
Okay.
potentially...
before I make my move,
Yeah.
that's just in light of what Chris has done. It's shaken things up for me. So who have you got? You got Munoz.
Yep. Herbert, Garcia, Louis,
And you've
Terrell,
got
Neiman.
Cam Smith.
You can't trade now.
Yes, I can.
The trade window's closed when we start making moves.
That is completely and utterly wrong.
You've literally made a trade halfway through a tournament.
Oh, that was different
How is that
because
different?
it was me.
Yeah.
Could I interest you
Oh, here we
at
go.
all? At all?
For DJ back.
So, Abe Answer
That's interesting.
and Taylor Gooch
Oh, Jules.
for
A kiss.
what about here, Chris?
Yeah.
Have a listen to this. All right. So, I get your last pick in the draft,
So what? My sixth rounder.
sixth, and you get my second
Mm.
for Abe Answer. So my second,
So
Abe,
I get your second and Abe answer.
second and Abe Answer,
Yeah.
And you get his sixth,
his sixth, and Brooks Koepka.
your captain.
Which would mean that Abe answer becomes my captain, which means you're forcing me into making my second move a captain change when I really want to see how this DJ move plays out. The answer's no.
Are you interested in Abe Answer at all?
Not if it involves getting rid of Brooks Koepka.
No, just are you interested in Abe Answer?
I'm willing to have a look at Abe answer.
Okay, what would you be willing to throw my way? Are you interested in Abe Answer?
Not really.
What if I gave you?
Mm.
What if you gave me Abe answer and your second rounder
Mm.
for my fourth rounder
Yep.
and Bubba Watson?
Nah. I don't hate it. But nah. For a second rounder, because I got to think who am I going to be getting second, like in the second round. That would round out my
You're starting
fourth.
fourth.
Yeah. So it's a big deal, the second rounder for me.
Well, no. Well, yeah, because you've got a keeper and you've got two first rounders. So your second rounder is your fourth player, your fourth starter.
So it'd have to be someone quite good, if you know what I mean. We've got 5 seconds.
Yeah.
What
Hurry
about,
up.
What about my third rounder and Bubba Watson for your second and Abe answer?
Nah, I'm going to have to pass.
Okay.
We'll revisit that next time.
Move
on. So, I've got the next move.
Yeah.
Okay.
20 minutes later.
I feel like,
Shut
we were close to a deal. I like to make a deal.
Yeah.
I'm a bit like Trump like that.
Do you ever just
And a lot easier.
keep talking about Trump?
He's been nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize, by the way.
Okay.
Okay.
Dustin Johnson's just sitting there,
Ready for the pickings.
just looking.
Is David Pooge
Oh, he's
on anyone's radar for trade?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, I'll listen to it.
Yeah.
He wants to make an offer.
I got nothing to offer.
You got nothing to offer. You got plenty to offer. You got everything to offer.
Yeah.
David Pooge.
Nah.
Okay.
Move on.
Abe Answer's Taylor Gooch is dropped,
Okay.
and Thomas Peters is in.
Interesting. Pardon me. I just burped into the microphone there.
Ooh, dear me.
Deary me.
Whitey, you're up, big fella.
Can you go down quickly?
Oh, yuck, dude. To where?
Louis.
He's had a bit of a rough trot, hasn't he? You can offer him in a trade.
No. No movement. A pass.
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 All right, Bounce, you've got the next move. I must have Pirate Life on the brain because I wrote Ben Campbell instead of Campbell.
Campbell. He can ball.
Just looking at these stats again. I'll make a captain change.
Okay.
Cam Smith.
You're like a yo-yo.
He's like a seesaw.
Like a seesaw.
Some would say.
Yeah, Cam Smith's back.
Okay. Cool.
Silly. There's just no consistency.
Yeah. It's the bounce way.
Cameron Smith is 8th in LIV Golf for scrambling. Cameron Smith is tied 3rd in LIV Golf for putting average. Very important statistics this week.
He doesn't hit a fairway, though. He rarely hits fairways.
That is a fair point you make, Whitey.
Yeah.
Because he
struggles with the driver
actually
off the tee.
T50 for fairways hit in LIV Golf. There's only 2 players below him. That's Mino Pereira and Peter Uline.
Who's this?
Cam Smith.
Cam Smith.
My second move is
But Koepka's not much better. He's 38th.
David Pooj to the bench,
Mm.
and Peters is in.
Thomas Peters.
Been playing really well lately.
Interesting.
And I pass.
Oh, Whitey's happy.
I'm not happy. I feel like Herbert and Munoz they're just there. They're racking up points. That's how I feel.
Rightio. So, the lineups for LIV Dallas. Bounce GC, Cam Smith captain. Brooks Koepka, Pat Reed, Dean Burmester.
Nice.
Who's your emergency out of Bubba and Ben Campbell?
Bubba.
Out of the range goats. Bubba?
Yep.
Green Machine GC, John Rahm captain, Bryson DeChambeau, Thomas Peters, and Carlos Ortiz. And on the bench, Abe Ancer and Pooj. I'm going to make Pooj my emergency because then if he's not in, it's going straight to Ancer. Junkyard Pigs, untouched.
Yeah.
Waiko Neiman captain, Tyrrell Hatton, Lucas Herbert, Seb Munoz is starting 4, and Lucas Oosthuizen, Louis Oosthuizen, and Sergio Garcia.
Louis Herbert.
Who's your emergency, Oosty or Sergio?
Louis.
Sergio's really gone off the boil, hasn't he?
Yeah. He's admitted it. He's not in some great form.
The disrespect.
No disrespect.
Before we move on from LIV Dallas, let's just recap the standings.
Yes.
As they sit at the moment. Waiko Neiman is the leader on 165.52. Bryson DeChambeau in second, 120.60. Rahm, 116.66 in third.
Couple of green machines there.
Sergio Garcia is still...
Pig at the top.
Sergio Garcia is still hanging on to fourth. Lucas Herbert, 5th. Munoz, Ortiz at 6 and 7.
3 pigs in a row.
Leishman, 8. Burmey, 9. David Pooj, 10. It's the top 10 teams. Legion still out in front. Crushers, 2. Fireballs, 3.
Nice. Live.
Back,
baby.
Now, real business.
to close it out.
Yeah.
We've kept it till the end.
All right.
Now, I've been working on a little trophy this week for this too.
Yeah, you've gone off the signed picture.
The signed picture will still be part of it.
I think it needs to be. I think that's what the people want.
It'll still be part of it, but I just wanted to jazz things up a little bit. So
If Rick Shields won this event, he would want a signed picture of us.
I don't know that he would.
Rick. I think he would.
But that will be part of what we're doing, but there is going to be more.
Best wishes.
Kind
Rick.
regards. So, should we? It's been hotly contested. I've been getting messages from everywhere about this.
People are fighting.
People
for that
really
spot.
want to win this.
Yeah, I get it.
Some more than others, but let's recap
Please.
round 3's matchups.
Mm.
Yeah.
So first off, we had Luke Elvey versus Hoppo.
So Luke Elvey,
2 faves.
Lose Yourself, Eminem,
Yeah.
versus
Hoppo,
Hoppo.
And by the way-
Rudimental, Feel the Love.
2 of the best guys.
Mm.
The greatest.
I'm
Tips?
going to recap them first, and then we'll just go straight into the results.
Let's go into the results.
All right, what do you think happened?
I feel like Hoppo
Hoppo.
took it out with, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, Elvis is gone,
Elvis
man.
is gone.
Oh,
and
that's a bummer.
not only did Hoppo take it out, 84% to 16%.
Oh.
But it was Hoppo's round 3 was the most voted on winner in round 3.
Really?
So I think that means the Hoppo surges to favoritism
Yeah.
heading into the prelims. Now remember this round
Great
as well.
song.
We're going to get to this in a minute. Elvie's not out yet because we have the double chance this week.
Ah,
Yeah, so we don't know who's got the double chance.
So there's 3 matchups, so there's 3
Double
winners.
Cobra.
Mm-hmm.
3 winners that go automatically through. The 3 losing songs have the double chance if they were the most voted on losing song. So he's not out yet.
No.
Yeah.
He goes into the mix
Mm.
for the DC.
All right.
The double chance, Steve.
Next one.
The double Chiquita.
This was hotly contested.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ron Chopper, Careless
Oh,
Whisper,
no. Oh, no.
Oh,
versus Nick Haslam.
Yes.
Take it off, Fisher.
now,
Now,
Now, I came in here tonight
yeah.
saying that there was something that had happened.
Yeah. Yeah. Careless Whisper, I was my favourite to go all the way. I think he's lost to Fisher.
I'm just going to leave it.
No,
to
no,
the
what do you think?
results.
Go on.
No,
No, come on.
because I feel like Chris is. I don't know. No,
Crew like Chris is what?
a Swifty, and you could pull one.
I feel like Chris is a dickhead.
I would never sacrifice my integrity on a
No, I'm saying.
poll.
No, I'm saying.
I love an election.
You
Clearly.
would lead us down one path, but to
What?
make us think that
Do
careless.
you think that I would do that
Yeah.
to make you?
Oh, just for theatre, I'll say Careless Whisper got through.
Careless Whisper did get through.
Oh, yes!
Ron Chopper is through to the prelims.
Here we go.
There we go.
59% to 41%.
Ooh. Not a freaking, yeah.
Hey, I'm 41 to.
59.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Not bad. Careless Whisper, baby. It's going all the way.
Oh.
All right.
Oh.
So,
Ron Chopper.
We know now the first prelim final
Mm.
is Hoppo
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
versus Ron Chopper.
Oh, no.
What are you doing to me? Fuck. It sucks.
Titans.
All right, next.
Mm.
So one Titan is going to be knocked out, and it's going to fall short of the grand final
So how do we get those two together?
because that's the way the brackets worked out.
Okay.
Mm. Next.
Last matchup:
Yeah.
Clint Newton, Kasabian fight. Clint Newton,
He's fighting.
he
Every time it's surely I'm to the next
Yeah, yeah.
round. Surely.
No, it's that kind of tenacity and
Yeah,
grit
yeah, it's-
that
it's-
got him
hey, that's why he's
in through his career as, you know,
I hear you.
NRL, you know, it's just, mate, it's their tenacity, their grit.
not everyone's got the juice to be able to win an NRL premiership.
That's
No,
true.
That's
That's
what it
very
takes,
true.
Whitey.
Versus Rick Shields,
Rick.
None of the
our
Reds.
only. Well, no, he's not our only international competitor left because Elvis is
Yeah.
in Canada.
Yeah, yeah.
Long way to post these things if they win, to be honest. All right, what do you think? Kasabian Fire versus Kanye West, All of the Lights.
I voted Kanye West, but I think,
I reckon Clint Newton
Yeah, I
has
think-
taken off the
it's-
king of YouTube.
yeah.
The head of the Rugby League Players Association has knocked out the king of
Oh,
YouTube.
wowee.
Rick.
Oh, Rick.
58-42.
Oh, Rick.
Wow.
Clint Newton.
He's a
Underdog
sleeper.
Underdog.
Sleeper. Who was he in the first round?
Hang on, I can tell you that.
Please.
Clint Newton faced off against
Was it Ben Campbell?
Declan Fraser.
Yeah, that's right.
And remember,
Oh,
he said,
bitch, don't kill my vibe. Yeah.
Yeah.
and he said that if he lost that one, then that would be everything that's wrong with society.
Well,
So
yep.
he's through.
He's
Clint
through.
Newton is through to the prelim.
Wow.
Now,
who is he facing?
This
is the question.
So he'll face the wild card,
Yeah.
which means he could face Elvie, Nick Haslam, or Rick Shields. He could actually come up against the man that he knocked out in round 3.
If that was the case,
We got to switch it.
You'd
Yeah.
have to switch it. You'd have to switch it.
Yeah, that'd be
What
idiotic.
I can tell you
Yeah.
is that the song that's got the double chance
Mm.
got up by 1 vote.
I think I know who it is.
Go on. Who is it?
It's not Luke Elvie. Luke Elvie's out.
Okay.
Easy come, easy go. he got into the.
They got him with the wild
got
card.
in with the
Yeah,
wild card. I love Elvis, but
Well
I've
done,
got to
Elvis.
admit though that if we're going to critique the song, that is one that I thought would have the chance
Well,
to go all the way.
it's a proven starter.
Yeah, it's a proven starter. Big favourite.
So it's between Nick Haslam,
It's between Nick and
with
Rick.
Fisher,
Ooh, wow.
and Rick Shields with Kanye.
I
all
reckon,
the lots.
I reckon Fisher.
Now, if Rick Shields goes through, I think you're right. I think we've got to switch up the brackets. So I think we'd have to make it Hoppo versus Rick
Yeah,
and Clint versus Ron.
yeah.
We don't have to do that because Nick Haslam got through
there it is.
Oh.
Oh,
Rick's gone.
by 1 vote.
Oh,
wow.
wowee.
So that's all it takes. 1 vote
So
can
it's an all Australian.
change an election.
It's an all Australian
Up the
quarterfinal.
Aussies.
Oh, wowzer.
Yeah.
So we got
Hoppo,
Hoppo.
Rudimental, Feel the Love versus Ron Chopper, Careless Whisper.
I think, I don't know.
See,
Let's
Now-
let's
Rudimental, it's definitely grown on me a lot more. It's one of my favorites in the list.
What I will say, Hop Nation have really come for Hoppo
Yeah.
to support him.
Yeah.
Chop Nation have come for Ron.
Yeah.
That's going to be a huge
It's a clash of the
prelim.
Titans. It really is. A clash of the Titans.
Yeah, sometimes they say prelim weekend's better than the grand final.
Yeah.
This could be the case.
I'm backing my favorite from the start, Careless Whisper, Ron Chopper. It's heartbreaking because yeah.
You know what's funny? I did actually get a message when the polls came out, and it was actually someone. This message was quite funny. I love Hoppo with all capital letters, but my taste in music has got to be the king of rap, Slim Shady.
Nice.
That was from Hannah. Thank you, Hannah, for the
Shout
message.
out Hannah.
I think I'm going to go Rudimental.
Really?
Yeah, I'm just thinking of the song, like different parts in the songs, and like I think as an entrance of walking out of the tunnel, the Careless Whisper saxophone would be awesome.
Yeah.
But I think Rudimental, I think the whole song
Yeah, as a whole.
as a whole, whether you're walking out or whether you're hitting the shot and it's going in the hole,
Yeah.
I think that's better suited as a Watering Hole song.
That song and Levitate is just came in on my Spotify a lot now. I'm just like, God, these are jams.
See, I think for the character that Ron is and everything that suits so well,
Mm.
but in terms of a Watering Hole song,
Mm.
as in its entirety, I think it's entirety. I think it's
Entirety?
entirety, untidy. Is yeah, I think it's that. I reckon it's got to be. I think it's got to be Rudimental.
Yeah.
and Hoppo.
This is me. All the chips in.
With Ron.
Ron Chopper.
All in on Ron.
Yeah.
All in on Ron.
So it's
From the start.
Hop Nation versus Chop Nation.
What was your pick?
I like Rudimental.
Wow. Wowee. I get it. I'm torn, but I'm going with my original gut feeling.
See, I love Careless Whisper as a song as well. Like,
Oh,
it's such a good song.
Beautiful
song. And it, like I said, all elements of it work so well.
And he such a vibe.
And he flexed his muscles in round 3 to take out Fisher.
Yeah, that's a big get. That's a big get.
I just don't know if he's out of petrol tickets.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll see who's going to make it through to the grand final.
All right. Next one. Nick Haslam with the double chance. Fisher, take it off. Versus Clint Newton. Kasabian, fire.
I think I've picked against Kasabian every round. So, I think I'm going to go with it this round.
Oh, maybe Newton likes you picking against him.
Maybe I'm the the secret ingredient. I feel like Take It Off by Fisher kind of is, like we said it last week, kind of similar with you Lose Yourself to Eminem. It's a great pick, but we've heard it. We've seen it happen. So we know it works. I like the fresh blood.
But is that the point? Is that the point though? We know it works. Like,
no, you want fresh. Well, for me anyway, I like different. Yeah.
I love Kasabian.
Yeah, I think I'm going Kasabian.
But
I love both songs
Yeah.
equally. I think if I had to pick, this isn't my pick of which one now. I can't decide between the two.
It's hard.
I think I just got to pick who I think is going to win. I think it's going to be Fisher, Take It Off. And I think that's the first time I've voted against Kasabian as well.
That's the first time I'm voting for it.
So this is a bad omen.
Yeah. It's horrible.
sorry, Clint, I'm going to have to go with Fisher here as well.
Oh, wow, this is terrible.
You know what?
Everything's flipped on its head.
That's a hell of a prelim round.
Yeah. Oof. Final 4 songs. We know what the final 4 songs. What are these songs that's going to take it out?
And
No
they're going to
more-
win.
maybe even take it off.
Very disappointing.
No more double chances. No more wild cards. It's straight voting now. So
What are we going to do for the grand final? How are we going to jazz it up?
Pinata.
special
That's your
grand
answer for
final show.
everything. It's pinata.
What are we doing?
Do we get the two that are going head to head on the grand final show?
It's a big ask, man. People are busy.
We've had them on before.
Hey,
Sure.
You're speaking to the guy here.
Yeah, true. If you can make it happen, please.
What, so we can see one person gut wrench?
Yeah.
I want to put the call out once we have the results from prelim.
I think
When we have the grand final show, I want them here, both of them. Well, not in the room, but
maybe
What at Steve's house?
well, maybe we'll just. What about if we just we get the winner on? We'll see if we can get the winner on.
no, I want them to go. I want like a
Well,
UFC face-off
with gloves?
style.
What's the loser supposed to do? Just sit there?
Yeah, that's a bit awkward.
No, before the grand final vote, like
Yeah.
the grand final show.
Nah, you're taking it too far.
Yeah, you're taking it too far.
You just think too small.
So
Anyway.
that's it.
Yeah.
So Ron and Hoppo
Yep.
Yeah.
and Nick Haslam
And Clint
and
Newton.
Clint Newton.
Well,
Here we go.
I'm excited.
It's all come down to
Oh,
this.
okay. Predictions from here
To win it?
to take it all out from that final 4 songs.
Hoppo, baby.
Yeah, I think.
So you reckon out of that head to head,
Bondi Rescue.
you reckon Bondi Rescue? I think the Chop Man's going to take it out.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I'm just looking forward to seeing how many people come for that prelim.
That is a Clash of the Titans, that one.
Yeah.
I mean, I would have loved to have seen that be the grand final.
I would
Yeah.
have loved to have seen Ron and Rick in the grand final.
That would have been
would've
nice.
cool.
Yeah.
No offense to the other guests. Yeah.
If I had to, if I've got to make a prediction for the grand final, I think it's going to be Hoppo versus Nick Haslam.
Yeah.
Take it off versus Rudimental.
Dance tracks.
Maybe that's the key.
Maybe it's a dance track.
I don't mind that.
Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah. I'm going to have mine as
Bit of
smack my bitch up.
Bit of,
My prodigy.
bit of house music,
Great song.
That's
Well,
a good song.
Yeah. So they'll be up this week.
Yep.
I'll probably do that from the hospital, I guess.
Yeah, don't do too much. You got a busy week ahead of you, and then a busy life after that.
Well, that's about all we have time for.
Yep.
It is.
Just got to say thank you again to, obviously, Big Swing Golf, Mile End. A big shout out to Pirate Life, again, for hooking us up with the sweet threads.
The beautiful threads.
This is very, very comfy. This
Swagged out.
You'll see some more of the
If you
fresh
if you
winter
haven't been down to Big Swing Mile End to play some sim golf, definitely get in there and do so, especially during winter. If you're in Adelaide, especially, and if you're in Adelaide, get down to Port Adelaide at Pirate Life Brewing. That's a wonderful place. We need to get down there.
And
as
if you're
well.
not in Adelaide, head to the Pirate Life website.
And get yourself some sweet cans.
You can get. I'm going to chop that up. They'll love that.
Start sucking down those
Get
cans.
yourself some
bruh.
sweet cans.
Chris, all the best.
All
All the best.
All them
All
ass.
the best.
Enjoy yourself.
Enjoy yourself. Stay safe. Probably the next episode.
What do you think? My baby's going to hurt me or something?
He's going to come out.
Hey.
She's going to come out swinging. Coming for you.
I'm not going to lie, Chris. It's a road.
Yeah. It's a bumpy road.
I'm looking forward to it.
No, all the best. And when the next episode happens, it may just be you and me, Whitey.
I am still potentially going to try and be on next week. Whether it might be from my living room.
Yeah.
It might be like
Let the boys loose. I want to see what happens.
I don't
It's just me and you.
I don't know that I want that.
It'd be
to
fun.
happen.
I reckon we'll just end up
Chris-
just tickling
Hey,
each other.
Chris is FOMO. He's fear of missing out.
I'm
Yeah,
a little
yeah.
bit of that, and I'm a little bit of a control freak.
You don't say.
You're a freak, all right? You freak.
He's a freak.
All right. That's all we have time for. That's another episode of the Watering Hole done and dusted. See you later.
Thank you.